in the eyes of God, all sins are equal. Okay? Every sin is equal in the eyes of God. They hurt Him just the same. Adultery is viewed no different than your lies. You got that? They're all the same. But all sins certainly do not have the same earthly consequences. Okay? There's no denying that. They do not have the same earthly consequences. So, if you have an affair and you don't consider the consequences, just know that you too could lose everything that you've worked for in your entire life up to this point. You could lose it all. You're betting it all. I'll give you some examples of what you could lose. You could lose your reputation. You could lose your reputation. It's a long, hard process to restore your name, guys. It's a long, hard process to rebuild your character once you've made such a destructive decision. Okay? And of course, a damaged reputation might cost you friendships. It might cost you business if you've got your own, if you're self-employed. It's just going to totally ruin things. Okay? So you could lose your reputation. Here's another thing you could lose. You could lose your ministry. Okay? You could lose your ministry. And I'm not just talking about pastors. Guess what? The role of a pastor is to equip you to do the works of ministry. So you've got a ministry of your own. And therefore, if you're a follower of Jesus, you have a ministry to protect and a Savior to uphold. You could lose your ministry. Third thing, you could lose your family. You could lose your family. Can you imagine sitting down with your kids and having to tell them what you've done? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine explaining to your children why mom is so sad? Or why dad is so angry? Can you imagine the hurt? Can you imagine the pain? Can you imagine the devastation that you would be personally responsible for? Can you imagine? Now, I'm not trying to get you all worked up. I'm not. Here's the thing. Visualizing that scenario, it could save your marriage. You got that? It's a game changer. It could save your marriage if you think through what that conversation would be like. My point is, one moment of stupidity, one moment of selfishness could completely throw your life as you know it in the trash. Is that worth it? Is that wise?